Hello everyone, welcome back. I haven't made a video for quite a long while, but with the whole Steam sale that is going on right now, I bought a new game, and it's a new Sandbox game. And of course on this channel I try to highlight you guys with interesting new Sandbox games that I have been playing. Now the thing that's interesting about this one is actually called Steam Hammer. It's a very interesting name, I know. What this is, basically from what I can see, they're using the Life is Feudal engine, so that's why you can see that like quite a lot of the aspects of the UI of this game, and even quite a few of the mechanics of this game look almost exactly the same as Life is Feudal. It's a bit like, you could say, Life is Feudal, but it's got a bit of a steampunk skin on it, and they've obviously altered some stuff. But I've been playing it for about 8 hours, and I have to say I'm really enjoying it. For some reason, Life is Feudal never really interested me that much. The kind of medieval style of the game, for some reason I never really got into that game. But I've only had this game for like 1 or 2 days, and I've already played 8 hours, and I'm already feeling that I'm starting to get addicted to it. Now the first thing I'll say is this is an early access game, and it's in very early development, so bear that in mind. There are bugs in the game. The game is nowhere near finished, so if you're not really willing to be patient or to, wait for improvements and stuff like that, then I wouldn't play this game right now. What you might actually want to do is, if you really like Sandbox games but you don't like to play them this early, I would actually buy the game in the Steam sale right now, because it's very, very cheap at the moment, and just hold on to the game if you don't want to play it right now. But I really like these kind of games, and I've been having quite a lot of fun like working out what to do in this game. I suppose one of the other things I will say is it's kind of slightly confusing at the beginning, because you need to make sure that you have skilled up certain areas. So you can see that these are like the main skills here, so it's like very important that if you want to do certain things in the game, that you skill up in certain areas. And sometimes it is a little bit annoying where sometimes I want to make something but I'm not at the required skill, and then I need to like grind a little bit to get that skill. And as you can see, after 8 hours I don't really have that much here, but yeah, maybe I was a bit slow as well. Also because I was quite far away from clay. If we have a look on the map here, my location is like here, and the clay, I had to go all the way over here for clay. Maybe next time I'll try and go, I think there's also up here, look. But yeah, I had to walk quite a long way to get clay. I am very close to copper though, which is important at the start of the game. And I have got a source of rock over here as well by this lake. So yeah, this thing here is a monument, and this is what you use to like claim an area. If you press F4, hold it, this is the area that I have right now. It's kind of large enough. Now I believe what you have to do to increase that area is to donate. But the only things I have donated so far is I have donated copper. So you just have to put here, and then you have to donate, and you can see that the radius and the points here will go up. It takes quite a bit, and I think the more higher quality the material, so for example if I was to donate iron, then that would go up faster. So yeah, so that's how basically I upkeep the area. And that is very important, because if it was to run out of upkeep, or if you don't have the hammer here at all your stuff will start to degrade. If you right click and you go to inspect, so you can see that it's already lost a little bit of durability. I believe that was because I had it here for a while without the hammer. So yeah, so that's obviously very important. I have myself a forge here, a very small one. I have this power hammer, and I have this carpenter's bench. Now, one of the things I got stuck on right near the beginning of this game is I couldn't work out for the life of me how to make the wooden stuff that I needed for the carpenter's bench. So I was having to make edged board and wooden beams, and as you can see, for edged board I need 10 of these logs, or that's what I thought it meant. Actually, it's not what I thought. I thought I had to come here and find these logs like this and have them all in my inventory up to 10. When I tried to do that, I was over encumbered. Actually, that is wrong. What you do is you place the log on the floor, and I did work this out eventually, but it took me a while. You can place the object on the floor. It should be behind me. You place it like this, and then once it's on the floor, you equip a saw, and that rhymes. Right click and equip, and then you should have the option to right click, go to saw up either the board for the edge board or the timber. One other thing I will say is, whenever you are using this right click option, for example, if I was going to be like sawing up a lot of boards, I would right click and I would then right click on this option, which will then make it the default one, so it will be up here. And also it just means that you just need to left click on here, and that is going to be the default option. That really helps whenever you're doing a lot of actions again and again and again. It helps like to make it a lot faster. So for example, right now maybe I need plant fiber right now, so I right click, and at the moment that is not the default. If I go to farming and plant fiber and I right click, you can see that it is now the default, and if I just left click on the floor, that is the default thing that I will do. You see, so now I have plant fiber. So that's really, really handy when you know, because in this game there's a lot of stuff that you have to gather, and it's annoying if you have to keep using this context menu like every time. That's kind of annoying. So actually that's a good kind of shortcut. It's very important that you make a sleeping bag, because then you right click on it and you will make this as your home. I assume at a later date I can actually make larger things that that I can actually also set as my home, but at the very start of the game this is what I am using to set as home. Another thing that I found a bit annoying is I end up with a lot of these baskets, but you can't seem to actually label any of them, so you have to remember where all your stuff is, you know, and you end up with quite a lot of these. So that is a bit annoying, but like I said at the beginning, this game is very early. It isn't even as developed as the Life is Feudal game. Like, there are things in Life is Feudal, sorry, that is implemented that in this game is not yet implemented. So you have to remember that as well, that it is very early. Now, the graphics in this game, I think the graphics are pretty nice. I'm kind of running everything on high. I don't have the most up-to-date computer, so my frames are sometimes a bit low. But I don't really mind that. I would rather that the world looks a bit nicer and my frames are slightly low, you know. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with the graphics and the performance. It's not too bad. And again, I'm sure that they will work on that as time goes by. Okay, so to talk about a few other things that I've experienced. I tried, well, when I was trying to find rock, I had the bright idea of trying to make a tunnel, so eventually I thought I would hit rock. This is kind of a stupid idea actually, because over here is water. I'm only really thinking about this now, but here is the ocean, and I had the smart idea of digging towards the ocean. So yeah, not the best idea, but yeah, I thought of making this. I'm not well, if I was to carry this on, obviously I won't dig towards the water anymore. Maybe I'll somehow dig in the other direction. It's kind of weird though, when you first dig here, it can be a bit glitchy, and the tunnel is actually a lot smaller than I am, but it seems to work, but it can be a bit glitchy sometimes. So yeah, I did have a go at that. It kind of failed. So I will show you now how I found, how I found rock, and I'll show you how I found the copper. The copper is easy. You look on the map for these kind of brownish areas. You see here there's like a browny area. So there was one very near me. I found that. I ran towards it. Am I over encumbered? No. And let's eat something. So the green bar here is your food level. The orange one is for stamina. The red one is for health. Hit points. Okay, so you run towards it. And if you'd like to be in third person, then you press the C key and you can be in third person. Personally, I prefer to be in first person. So you see, you basically will find these areas, and this is where you find the copper scraps. They're very important for when you're making your first tools at the beginning, which are scrap ones, which all use this scrap copper. So for you to find that, you just need to come here, right click, go to blacksmithing and go to gather copper scraps. When you do that, hopefully you will gather copper scraps. Not that time though, but usually. There you go. Here we go. 5 copper scraps, and this is what you will use to obviously make these first initial scrap metal tools. When you get further on though, when you have the forge thing that I have, then you can actually think about making fully copper tools. So for you to do that, then you need to get the copper ore. Now one way of finding that is over here. So rather than doing what I did just now, I will equip a spade, I believe it is. It's already equipped, I think, but just to make sure, I'm going to equip and equip it again just to make sure it is properly equipped. I'm still kind of working out this entirely. Anyway, so then I will go right click on the ground here because I'm in like the copper area. I go to construction and I believe I just go to flatten ground. And when you do that, you will get the copper ore. You see that I got 30 there. So this ore you then can make into the ingots, the copper ingots, using the furnace thing that I just showed you before. And then you can use those for you to make the proper, well, the next level of tools is the copper ones. Now, then you will need rocks for you to make something called shaped rock that you need for the monument and other things, and also where you'll pick up the rock, that is another area that you can actually pick up the copper ore and the iron ore as well. So basically all I need to do is look again on the map and find these areas, like the mountainous areas. So, whoopsie, that was not very good. So you just run. So I ran towards these mountainous areas, and you'll just basically find the side of like a mountain or a big hill that looks really, really rocky, and you just basically then will dig a hole there, and you'll find that you'll get rock, copper ore, and even iron. The only thing that I have found a little bit annoying, I haven't found a way of making like anything in this game for you to carry items, like a wagon or horse, or have any kind of transport or way of transporting things faster. So that's a little bit annoying, that basically I have to run all the way over here, and I have to get the ore and the rock, and I have to then run back. So that is a little bit annoying. You can see that we're by a bit of a lake here, and I'm out of stamina again. I'm kind of not paying attention because I'm trying to play a game and talk at the same time. Initially, I did have an idea of making a base here by the lake, but in the end, I decided against it. But anyway, let's see if I can find you a nice bit of rock over here. Okay, here we go, perfect. So actually this is where I've been digging up all my ore, so you can see I've kind of made a makeshift mine here almost, although it's not properly aligned, but that's fine. Well, actually it's okay. So if I was to then equip the pick thing here, if I equip the pick, and that also seems to rhyme. Right click, go to dig a tunnel. Do that one time, and you'll see in the left corner that I get all kinds of stuff. Look at that; it keeps coming, keeps coming. I don't think that I got any iron though. So that time you see that I got a bunch of copper, and I got the rock, and yeah. So I didn't get iron that time. I wonder if I do again if I'll get iron the next time. I'm not quite sure. I have actually got iron here before. Let's try again. And I'm probably going to be over encumbered after this. Rock, copper ore, rock. Rock, a lot of rock. I would highly recommend, I mean obviously at the moment this server is not very busy. It seems like most of the time that I am logging in there's only like one other guy on this server. What I would recommend is making a bin here, so if you were to go to your hammer sandwich, actually let's do it right now, why not? I am over encumbered, but never mind. So I'm going to first get some plant fibers for the what? I'm going to make some kind of basket or bin. Obviously this is lootable when it's not in your area with the hammer, and also it will lose its durability when it's out in the open. I think I need like, is it 25? I think I need like 25 plant fiber. Let's stack the. Oh, I think I have way more than that. Nice. Then we need to get branches, and I'll show you how to make a simple basket. And basically, all of the things that you make, you will seem to make in this way. So it doesn't, you know, like basically with the way that I show you how to make this. Whoa, that's a lot of branches. With the way that I show you that to make this, you can basically do this with anything. So, okay, so we're going to head over here, make the old container, and then what I will do is plonk everything in the container. I'm not sure if it will let me. I don't think it will. I have a feeling it won't let me to make one here, but let's try for fun. So I equip a hammer, like that. It should be now equipped, and I right click and I go to construction and I go to oh, it's not going to let me do any kind of building. I think I need to be on normal ground. Let's try here. Yes, here we go. We go to build, and then you basically choose from these three options here and you find what you would like. So you can see you can build all kinds of crazy houses and stuff. Hovel, there you go, that you can't really see properly. Let's see if I can, there you go, hovel. That's a hovel that obviously I'm not going to make here. I'm just trying to show you. Oh, and I should have said right at the start, you can use the tab key to switch from the mouse mode to the non-mouse mode. So right now I'm in the mouse mode. So I want to make a big basket. So there you go, it's right in front of me now. Kind of, not really. And then I just need to click. I think I need to turn around. There we go. Then I just need to click on the build key, and my guy will build the item. But then whenever you build an item, it is like a construction area thing. You know, it's just like a placeholder like this, like a thing like this. And then that is when you actually right click, you go to build, and that's when you need to drag your items. You see here I need the 25 plant fiber and the sticks here, and you click on build, and eventually I will make a basket that I can throw everything in, and then I can basically make things here, because obviously I don't really want to have to run all the way over there with all of the equipment. I will give you an example. So for example, one of the things that you might need a lot are the shaped rocks. For example, that you need that for the monument right at the beginning. So if I get out of this menu and I press I, and again this is how you will make everything that you are able to make without crafting a table. You know, this is like everything that you can craft on your own. And sometimes things won't show up in the menu if you click on show all, and this will basically also kind of give you an idea of things that you have to aim for in the future, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so if I would like to make a shaped rock, I just need to go there, and I need the pick thing equipped, so I'll do that now. Oh, I think I haven't quite worked out how to do that faster. I'm sure I will work that out eventually. So I click on the recipe that I would like, and you can see that I've got 202 pieces of rock, and I only need 10, so I just click craft. And then after that, you see that I then have one shaped rock. And like I said, this is how basically you will make all of the items that you are able to make on yourself. It will basically just show you the recipe, the items that you need here, the tool that you need to use here, and you need to be kind of careful. For example, with edged board, there's an edged board that is only usable using the construction table, but you can see there's another one that's the one that you can make with a saw, and it's also the same with the wooden beam. There is one wooden beam here somewhere that you can make using only a saw, so that's also a bit of a tip. So there you go, guys. I think I've probably rambled on quite a lot now, but I kind of just wanted to introduce you guys to this game. Like I said at the beginning, this game is on a crazy half price sale at the moment. I don't even know I mean, I'm assuming that the developers of this game are going to be working on it a lot more, but you know, it's early access, so who knows? That's always the risk that you are taking with these kind of games. But I've already been in the game for 8 hours, and I mean, I've been enjoying it. I mean, I do really enjoy these kind of like sandbox style of games anyway. So I've already, with those 8 hours, gotten my gotten my value out of the game already. So I would highly recommend, if you're interested in these kind of games, that you can take a look at it, you know, and see if you like it as well. I don't think I'm going to be making loads of videos on this game. I'll probably just update you guys maybe on my base area, like as I update that and as I can upgrade stuff on there. I mean, I suppose basically if anything happens that is interesting, maybe I will make a video on it. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video. I've tried to cover as much as I can remember. If you have any specific questions about this game, please leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will try to get back to you. So thank you for watching, and I might see you in the next one.